Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yes. Is this Benghazi or is it vengeance? Republicans are outraged. They're outraged. Oh my God! Benghazi! Worse than Watergate. What? Oh my God! Get out your pitchforks and torches. Let's march to the White House. Oh, Benghazi's worse than Watergate. We gotta impeach now. Yes. It's the old bunch of angry hicks who have been looking for every excuse to impeach Obama over anything. And they think they got it now with this whole Benghazi thing. In fact, and mind you, this is not so recent because this happened quite a while ago. But now that the all the hearings are going in and all this stuff is going on, and all the of course all the usual suspects are going on talk shows, they're framing this as worst than Watergate. Yes, they're framing this as worse than Watergate. Then guess what? They want to impeach Obama. That is so funny because, the reason that they're framing it as worse than Watergate is because they don't want to frame it worse than the other cover-up. The one that the Rush Limbaughs of the world told us that we were kooky about. And granted, I'm not a 9/11 truther anymore. I used to be. But, there's still my doubts about 9/11 and everything, and I don't think I'll ever be satisfied. But, I'm not running around with my hair on fire anymore. I am running around upset that, this was us, okay? This were the liberals around the early 21st, when we were trying to impeach Bush for real crimes, mind you, that he committed, that he who said that had the information not be falsified, they would have never gone to war. The British would have never gotten involved. All the stuff that happened during the Iraq War, and yet no one was prosecuted. And yet, and granted, 1,000 more people died. Times 1,000 more people died, and that was just our troops in Iraq that didn't need to happen. Than those who died in Benghazi. Don't get me wrong. A life is a life. But this is why they will never frame this worse than 9/11. They had to frame it onto Watergate. Oh, at least nobody died at Watergate. Oh, listen to this. Listen to some people talking about Benghazi worse than Watergate.
Is the Obama administration's cover-up worse than Watergate?
So do you think that this is Obama's Watergate?
I think it's worse than Watergate. Watergate seems pretty piddling to me compared to this, in the sense that, at least in the sense that no one was killed. And once the problem was discovered, it was addressed by Senator Ervin and both Republicans and Democrats.
Worse than Watergate. Then, yet, when we brought up all the stuff that is true about Iraq, weapons of mass destruction never found. In fact, that SOB Bush even joked about it. And we brought all of this up. And, there you go. Yet, these people are, oh my God, we're jizzing in our pants. Oh my God, yes, well, this will be our chance to impeach Obama, maybe jail him. Oh my God, he's gonna get what he deserves. Oh, Benghazi, yes. To say these people are like, horrible, is to demean the word horrible. Funny, huh? But they're not gonna be satisfied. Even if Benghazi doesn't turn out to be Obama's Watergate. They're going to try. I mean, they're like, I think for the 38th time, trying to repeal Obamacare, even though it's not going to go away. Yet they're trying again and again and again and again and again, knowing that it won't go away. But, it's Republicans say they couldn't give a damn about the country. They could care less. So they're going to keep trying. They're going to keep trying to impeach this president, even though this president didn't bring the former president into war crimes. He decided to move on. You think that Republicans are going to move on? Even after Obama leaves office in 2016? You think they're not going to persecute him? They're already trying to frame Hillary Clinton as, horrible, don't deserve to even run for president. So, they're doing all kinds of things to get Hillary. And, same with Obama. So, they're looking for any excuse whatsoever to just, comedian like Keith Olbermann used to call Rush Limbaugh. He said it time and time again, I want to destroy leftism or liberalism. I'm going to destroy it and I'm going after it no matter what. That's what I want to do. That's why I said that the president should fail. And then, of course, after he got called out on it, oh, no, I meant liberalism should fail. I want to destroy liberalism in any form it takes. So, he and the other, Republicans are going to keep trying to bury Obama, politically, if they can't do it the other way. So, any way they can, they're going to do so. So, excuse me for a second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. This is what happens when you're running a show from your house and you've got a whiny puppy. But anyways, I've been watching all this week video clips by this guy, and he's someone that I actually respect and admire, and he's one of my heroes. And so, as a tribute, if for no other reason, I did like almost like a tribute to one of his segments from his show, and I want to present it to you right now. So, and I'll get your pitchforks and torches tonight. Worst persons in the world, the bronze to Abercrombie and Fitch's CEO, Mike Jeffries, who said in a comment, "We go after the attractive all-American kid with a great attitude and a lot of friends. A lot of people don't belong in our clothes, and they can't belong. Are we exclusionary? Absolutely. Douche." The silver goes to the soldier serving in Sergeant Naida Hosan's unit, teasing her about how her last name sounded like Hussein, and asking her what God she prayed to. The sergeant is a Catholic. This just proves what I said before. Stupidity knows no boundaries. The winner goes to a Connecticut lobbying group, Connecticut Carry, who on Wednesday personally attacked the father of a Sandy Hook school massacre victim, accusing him of profiting off of the tragedy and saying a decades-old drug arrest made him a poster boy for background checking effectiveness. You sick, sorry excuses for human beings. Connecticut Carry, today's worst persons in the world. I hope you guys like that. I really, really, really miss Keith Olbermann and Countdown with Keith Olbermann. He was somebody who, they try to call him liberal and blah blah blah, and but the thing with Keith Olbermann is that he didn't give a crap who you were. If you were an a-hole, you were an a-hole, and he criticized you for it. This is why they hated him. They hated him also because he went a lot after a lot of Fox News people. And, of course, they never liked him. So, they never liked the fact that he called them out on stuff. So, of course, they vehemently went after him. Especially when he called them out on his worst person in the world lists. Everybody from Rush Limbaugh to Keith's favorite target of worst person, Billow. It's probably like a minute point, but I liked his impersonations of people, and especially Billow, and Rupert Murdoch, me matey, and other people that he did, like Hannity, and Rush Limbaugh, and Glenn Beck. What job. So I kind of miss him, and I hope he comes back one day. So, by the way, if you're curious what song that was the one he used for Worst Persons in the World. That was Bach's Toccata and Fugue. I think I'm pronouncing it correct. Toccata and Fugue in D minor. That's I kind of found it out through Wiki. that's the song he used for his worst persons in the world list. For his opening, he used, I believe it was Beethoven's. Let me double check here. The show's theme music was the opening bars of the second movement of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. And of course, like I said, the worst persons was Toccata and Fugue or Fugue in D minor. So, I miss all that, and I've been watching a lot of clips on YouTube about it. But anyways, back to the whole Benghazi thing. Well, like I said, a lot of liberals called out Bush, rightfully so, for all his war crimes about Iraq and everything. And this, I think, out of all things, this whole Benghazi thing is just revenge. It's their revenge for 9/11 and how liberals were, talkers from Randy Rhoads to now Senator Al Franken and Rachel Maddow and Young Turks and everyone who went after Bush about crimes that he legitimately committed, war crimes that he never got prosecuted for. About going to war in Iraq, and nobody said anything. It was kind of brushed under the rug, and now they're accusing Obama of doing the same thing with Benghazi. And the reason, like I said, is that they can't frame it in contrast with 9/11 is because they'd be stupid. They'd be really stupid to frame it against 9/11. Because think about the almost, I think, 5,000 almost soldiers that died in Iraq, and 100,000 civilian casualties in Iraq. Iraqi civilians that died. And plus the Abu Ghraib torture. That nobody, every time you brought Abu Ghraib, all these conservatives lost it, whenever you brought Abu Ghraib or Guantanamo or the Iraqi war and everything, all these conservatives were like, how dare you question Bush, he's keeping us safe, oh my God, you traitor, you Benedict Arnold, how dare you question Bush. Yet now look at him. It says ever since Obama started in 2008, they've been secessionists. They've called for multiple times, things that not even liberals called for. At least, none that I heard. Armed revolution. How many times have they called for armed revolution? In contrast to, in contrast to the liberals who got arrested just for appearing at a Bush appearance with the wrong shirt. Remember that? Now, I mean, you put it all in contrast, the 8 years of Bush versus the 8 years of Obama. And it's very different. All of a sudden, what they used to call treason, they call it patriotism. and what they would have said, how dare you question our president? Now they're using it as an excuse to, oh my God, impeach Obama, impeach him now. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. Of course, they're making this, out to be, it was bad, but they're blowing this, to be like 10 times worse than 9/11 and 10 times worse than Watergate. And they're not going to stop. I mean, if you think that they're just going to stop at this at Benghazi, I mean, this is going to drag in for quite a few months. They want to do everything they can to have nothing done in this presidency. They're going to, this will probably last more or less, at least until the next, the election of 2014. They're going to keep this going because they don't want Obama to do anything about anything else. They just want this to fester over, over Benghazi and everything, and that's the central theme that they want to focus on, and just keep dragging and wasting time on, and they're gonna do it because like I said before, and I'll say it again. Obama and many of these people like Harry Reid, they have no spine, and they're not gonna fight back. They're gonna fight enough back so that they don't get prosecuted, but they're not going to. This morning I was listening to Jay Carney. Just swatting at best, swatting at the Benghazi flies. Trying to dismiss this as a bunch of wacko neoconservatives trying to make a big stink out of Benghazi. And of course, this is also about Hillary Clinton, because if she runs, they're going to scream, Benghazi! Benghazi! Oh my God, Benghazi! It happened under Hillary Clinton's watch. Oh my God! Don't let her escape. Go after her. Get her. Torches and pitchforks. Oh my God. And yet, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it as many times as I want. This is my damn show. 9/11, Iraq War, a war that we didn't have to go, we didn't have to go through, a war that made no sense. It was based solely on lies. What did they do? Oh my God, Saddam Hussein, and that's the other thing that along with the whole confusion, it got to the point where people thought that Saddam Hussein had solely perpetrated, September 11, and not Osama bin Laden, and that's what the right-wing poison gas cloud can make you, can make you think. It can make you think that, something happened that didn't happen. So, and that's the thing, about listening to Fox News and all this stuff. It just makes you paranoid. So this has been more or less impromptu appearance by me. I just wanted to share all that, and I also wanted to share that clip. I kind of would like to see people, as a tribute, do something similar to Worst Persons. I mean, I already gave you the name of the song he uses, so you can try to do yours. I mean, it's not too hard. You just pick the three, some of the three top, or at least the three known stories of the day, and put them in bronze, silver, and gold. and or 321, and maybe write something after it. It's not too hard. So, well, guys, that's it. It's Friday night, and everything is all right. So, I will see you all later. As Keith Overman would say, good night and good luck.